Hi boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. My name is CK and my channel is Psychology. I am having a fantastic time snorkeling here at the beautiful Pandan Island just off the coast of Sabah here in East Malaysia. I am just having so much fun because today's weather is really nice and I can see Mount Kinabalu from where I stand right now. The most wonderful news, after 2 years, Malaysia is finally opening up to international tourists. We cannot wait to welcome you back. And for the past 2 years, I have been traveling exclusively in my own country, Malaysia. Here are my top list of best places to go in Malaysia. Number 12, Malacca River Cruise, State of Malacca. All roads lead to Malacca. Europe had the Roman Empire. Here in Southeast Asia, we have the Malacca Sultanate. Situated right in the middle of both superpower China and India's trade route, the Sultanate reached its golden era under the rule of Sultan Mansur Shah in the mid-1400s, when Malacca completely dominated the Straits of Malacca and grew fabulously rich. To truly understand how this tiny state changed the course of Malaysian history, take the 45 minutes river cruise in evening time. The cruise cuts through the center of this UNESCO World Heritage Site. On the north side, the culture of the Peranakan is showcased in Jonker Street. The south side of the river is dedicated to the heritage buildings such as the Dutch Square. While you are in Malacca, don't forget to try out Nyonya dessert, brought in by Chinese immigrants. Fused with local Malay ingredients, they are rich and flavored, steeped in cultural history. Also try out Malacca's Portuguese food. Portugal ruled Malacca for 130 years, leaving behind recipes like butter garlic crab and baked fish. Gosh, my mouth is watering already. Number 11, Rooftop Bar Hopping, Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. In my humble opinion, the skylines of Kuala Lumpur is truly underrated. The best way to see the city from a new perspective is to head high up, taking aim on the best rooftop bars. As the Petronas Twin Towers still dominated the city's skyline, the 678.9 meter tall crystallized form of the Merdeka 118 skyscraper, designed by Fender Katsalidis architects from Australia, is set to become the world's second tallest building. Nothing beats the special feeling of sharing a meal or drinks with your friends, and it's certainly better if you can do it while enjoying a killer view. From fancy restaurant to laid back, there's no shortage of hotspots with incredible city skyline view around Kuala Lumpur. Kuala Lumpur is really the top rooftop cities in Asia. And with this cocktail in my hand, I'm practically in heaven. Number 10, Whitewater Rafting, Kuala Kubu Bahru, State of Selangor. Kuala Kubu Bahru, or KKB, is located only an hour drive from Kuala Lumpur. The Selangor River boasts great fall rapids which are more challenging than any other rapids in Malaysia. On this adventure, you will navigate through 7 kilometers of rapids surrounded by the beautiful thick greenery that grows by the riverbank. For me, the experience was exhilarating. If you still want more, try paragliding. Kuala Kubu Bahru is located at the foothill of the Titiwangsa Range, the backbone for West Malaysia. The excitement of flying 400 meters above the sea level while enjoying the spectacular view of KKB from the top of Bukit Batu Pahat just takes one's breath away. Number 9, hiking Mount Machinchang Langkawi Island, State of Kedah. No must-visit list can do without the largest island in Malaysia, Langkawi. Of all the hiking trails I have done, this is the trail I recommend for all hikers. Named after a legendary giant who used to live on the island, Mount Machinchang is the second highest peak on the island. Machinchang Trail is about 9 kilometers and takes about 3 hours to reach its peak. The hike is initially fairly flat, it follows the river upstream. But the last 30 minutes is a steep climb, so wear good shoes and have plenty of rest in between. The most fabulous part is once you reach the peak, the view from the summit of Mount Machinchang is spectacular. Not only can you see the Langkawi cable car ferrying passenger, but the entire island's archipelago that make up Langkawi in a 360 degrees view. Don't forget to bring a set of new clothes and towel, as you can take a dip in the 7 wells when you climb down. Legend has it that it was created by 7 fairies. While you're on the island, I highly recommend taking the jet ski tour, where you can ski from one island to the other, admiring the limestone formation up close and explore its blue sea caves and grottos. Join a sunset cruise to take in the legendary sunset of Langkawi. I'll let my friend Carrie show you how fun this can be. Number 8. Penang War Museum, the state of Penang. Of all the museums in Malaysia, this should be on top of your list. This is the largest war museum in Southeast Asia, which sits in an actual World War II fort. Built in the 1930s by the British in preparation to defend Penang, it is strategically located on top of the Batu Mau Hill. They seriously miscalculate the Japanese Imperial Army tactic, which launched their attack not from the sea but from mainland Malaysia. They literally abandoned Penang and retreated to defend Fortress Singapore. When the Japanese took over, however, this fortress they fully utilized. They used it as a site to detain prisoners of war. During that time, the local community in Penang lived in constant fear of being targeted victims by the Japanese. The Japanese often detain and interrogate locals to quell resistance, often result in torturing and other atrocity. The fort was abandoned for many years after the war. Thanks to local community, it is now a museum to remind us all war can come at any time to anyone's home. Number 7. Kuala Gandah Elephant Conservation Center, the state of Pahang. Located 2 hours drive east of Kuala Lumpur, Lanchang is a small village where you can find an elephant sanctuary named Kuala Gandah Elephant Conservation Center. The elephant sanctuary was established in 1989 within the Krau Wildlife Reserve and is managed by the Malaysian Department of Wildlife and National Parks. Here, many orphaned elephants are raised and given shelter. This sanctuary was not intended for the tourists and still today remain a hidden gem even amongst us Malaysians. The past 25 years, the staff at Kuala Gandah has helped to prevent the further decrease of the elephant population by relocating over 400 wild elephants back into the wild. Number 6. Eat everything in Kelantan. State of Kelantan. The state of Kelantan is situated in far northeastern part of the peninsula of Malaysia bordering Thailand. Kelantan is the cradle of Malay culture, and Kelantan cuisine has always been overlooked. Kelantanese cuisine is often described as a combination of rich, sweet, and creamy flavors, mostly due to the coconut milk and sugar that featured very heavily in their dishes. This is a whole new level, a true hidden gem within the Malaysian food scene. I'm gonna take my first bite. For a start, this meat is much thicker. It's very chewy and the sauce is amazing. Oh, look at that. Very, very happy. Highly recommend. Number 5. Island hopping, state of Johor. The state of Johor is situated on the southern tip of Eurasia and the only state in West Malaysia to have two coastlines. I am going to point to you the island on Johor's east coast. These islands are untouched and is relatively in pristine condition. The beaches here are just as good, if not better than Langkawi, Redang or Gaya. Believe me, this is Instagram gold. Here you can get away from other crowded islands and join a one-day island hopping trip. For this, you don't need to pay expensive island resort prices and get crappy Wi-Fi connection. But if you do want to stay on the island, then Rawa Island is where I would recommend. But beware, prices can set you up to $300 a night. Best time to go is low tide during the month of April and May, when boat can get closer to the grottos for you to swim and snorkel. Number 4. The Blue Mansion, Georgetown, State of Penang. This is my favorite building in all of Malaysia. Welcome to the historic splendor at the Blue Mansion. The most iconic and well-preserved in Malaysia, dazzles visitors with its indigo-coloured facade. Built by wealthy businessman Chong Fat Zi, like the Taj Mahal, the Blue Mansion, which he started constructing in the 1880s, was his love gift to his 7th wife. He was 70, and she was 17, 17. The mansion was his home and office until his death in 1916. The mansion is a stunning example of a type of architectural style found in parts of Southeast Asia known as straight eclectic. It was built with 5 courtyards and 38 rooms. Please join the private group tour to find out all the feng shui secret, which is the base of all the layout and design here. This place is so well preserved, it has received many awards. Many movies was filmed here too, including Hollywood box office Crazy Rich Asian. There's a gorgeous cocktail bar at the back too. Don't miss that. Sad that I couldn't film the place for you all to see, but it's best for you to come personally to Blue Mansion to experience this rich heritage here in Georgetown, Penang. Number 3, diving, Sipadan Island, the state of Sabah. For this sport, we are heading to my favorite state of Sabah. Situated far south of Sabah, Sipadan itself is only a tiny spit of sand measuring only 12 acres. However, underneath is a metropolis teeming with marine life. Discovered by marine explorer Jacques Cousteau in 1973, he described this dive site as an untouched piece of art. Remember, this guy has high standard. Voted the best dive sites in the world by many experts, this is the only oceanic island in Malaysia and was featured in almost all documentary series related to reef life that you can find on TV. To all divers out there, Sipadan is calling you. Taking the number 2 spot is Taman Negara. Taman Negara is located in 3 states, Kelantan, Terengganu, and Pahang. It is over 4,000 square kilometers big, 2.5 times the size of the city of London. If there's an Eden on earth, it is Taman Negara. 17,000 plants, 150,000 insects, over 600 species of birds. The list goes on, and scientists are discovering new species here every day. Scientists estimate the rainforest to be 130 million years old, putting it a whopping 80 million years older than the Amazon in Brazil. Do the Canopy Walk, which is a 510-meter long suspension bridge spanning across the forest high treetops, and explore many of its waterfall and rapid shooting. Remember, this is a virgin rainforest protected since 1938. Any encounter is possible here as it is home to the Malaysian tiger, Asian elephants, tapir, flying squirrels, and many more. I guarantee you will have an unforgettable memories here as I did. Tell my audience why you should come to Taman Negara.
So, to many reasons. If you are in the forest, you get full oxygen every time.
Yeah.
And more important is, people say, if you love forest, so you are close to the God.
To understand God, you must understand nature.
Yeah.
One tip I can give you visiting Taman Negara is to bring a very good quality earplug, because at night all the animals will be screaming from the top of their lungs. I think they're trying to find their mates, so it's very loud at night in the rainforest. So do get a pair of earplugs. Before I reveal my number one spot, here are some honorable mentions. And the number one spot you have to see here in Malaysia, well, I'm standing inside at the moment. Welcome to Gunung Mulu National Park. So if Borneo had a heart, it's definitely right here at Gunung Mulu National Park. These caves are more than spectacular. They are all world title holder, biggest passage in the world, biggest volume by size. It took 60 million years to build, a UNESCO World Heritage Site since the year 2000. So in my next video, I'll be showing you all the 4 show caves here at Mulu National Park: the Lang Cave, the Wind Cave, the Clearwater Cave, and right here at the Deer Cave. That's my list of the top 12 things you must do here in Malaysia. Be sure to make lots and lots of friends here in Malaysia. We are the most diverse nation on earth, and I'll see you in my next video. Malaysia welcomes you, and to all overseas Malaysians, welcome home.